Welcome back to another lecture from Organic Chemistry. Last lecture, I went through Newman projections and I showed you how to present an alkane molecule. And whenever we're talking about Newman projection, one fact that we need really to watch it carefully is the dihedral angle between two adjacent substituents. The bigger dihedral angle is, the more stable the system will be. Okay. And before I go and present more Newman projection for molecules like ethane or say propane or butane, I want to make you familiar with some strains that we will be dealing with whenever we have a rotation around a single bond. And the first one, it will be angle strain. The second, it will be torsional strain. And the third one, it will be the steric effect. Okay. And what's the angle strain? Angle strain is, say you have a molecule like cyclopropane. It's completely cyclic molecule made of 3 carbons, and carbons are not octet. In order to make them octet, we're going to add 2 hydrogens to each carbon. And each carbon is going to have sp3 hybridization. So the hybridization is going to be sp3. That means the expected bond angle is supposed to be 109.5 degrees. But in reality, the bond angle, that theta, is 60 degrees. So the real theta is way far from what's supposed to be. Okay. Now, as you see, the theta that we are dealing with is less than 60, and because that's less than 60 is going to make weaker sigma interactions with neighbor carbons. So that means it's under some stress and wants actually to get rid of that stress. So anything that making theta less than 109.5 when carbon has sp3 hybridization is going to make the system less stable. Okay, it's going to make the system less stable. So I'm going to reword whatever I said. Okay, so higher potential energy. Higher potential energy, that's going to be equal to less stable. And how do we reach, how do we get to that point? Okay, because our theta is less than 109. While it's supposed to be 109, the system is going to have some stress. And that stress is going to increase the potential energy of the system. And because it has too much energy, it wants to get rid of that energy. And that's the reason I say it's less stable. Okay, next fact that we're going to talk about it, we call it torsional strain. In order to get the torsional strain, you need to have 2 atoms that they are 3 bonds far from each other. So I'm going to say here, I have number 1 bond here, 2 bonds, and 3 bonds. Those 2 hydrogen atoms are 3 bonds far from each other. So I'm going to highlight them, that and that one. There are 3 bonds or 3 sigma bonds far from each other. The interaction between them, the interaction that we have between those 2 atoms, that they are 3 bonds far from each other, we call it torsional strain. Okay, what does it mean? It means those 2 atoms are going to see each other to some degree. They're going to see each other, and if they see each other, because they are made of electrons, they're going to repel each other. Okay, again, the potential energy, it will go up. This one, it will go up. Why? Because of the repulsion. Okay, repulsion between hydrogen number 1 and hydrogen number 2. Do I have this repulsion with other, between other atoms? Yes, we do have that one. So I can say I have the same repulsion there. I have the same one here. Okay, any 2 hydrogen atoms that they are facing to each other, we're going to have repulsion between them. Okay, I said they are facing to each other. What does it mean? It means the dihedral angle Okay, the dihedral angle, so I'm going to say theta. And what's the theta? Is, let's call it dihedral angle. Okay, dihedral angle in this case, theta, or the dihedral angle, is going to be 0. Okay, 0. It means you have a carbon. Okay, you have a carbon attached to another carbon. Okay, another carbon, and two hydrogens are, okay, two atoms are facing to each other. Okay, so let's put one hydrogen here. The second hydrogen is there. Okay, so say this is one hydrogen and that's the second hydrogen. Okay, those two hydrogen, they have a dihedral angle, and what's the dihedral angle is going to be here. Hydrogen number 1, carbon, carbon, and hydrogen number 2. Angle between them, the theta between them, we call it dihedral angle, and this is going to be equal to 0. Those two hydrogen atoms are going to feel each other, and they will repel each other. What's the meaning of this sign? Is repulsion. Okay, those two atoms are going to repel each other because they will be too close to each other. Imagine you have these two. Okay, these two, they have the minimum distance between them. So like the distance between the yellow and the blue or purple atom is just one Apple pencil. Okay, but the second I move one of them down, let's say, now the distance between them increases. And if I increase this one to 180, now it will be way far from it. It's almost two an Apple pencil. They are far from each other. Okay, so as theta, and what's the theta? The dihedral angle. Gets smaller, molecule will be less stable. Okay, so be careful about it. As the dihedral angle, okay, as the dihedral angle gets smaller, okay, the system will be less stable. Okay, the system will be less stable. Okay, next. So when we talked about it, we had only the two atoms, 3 bonds far from each other. What will happen if there are 4 bonds far from each other, for example? Okay, or less. Okay, and let's see. Okay, we have 2 atoms. Okay, 2 atoms that this time, okay, there are 4 atoms, 4 bonds far from each other. Okay, 4 bonds far from each other. And in that case, we're gonna say we will have repulsion between them. Okay, it doesn't mean the previous one we did not have repulsion. We have repulsion again here. Repulsion is gonna be stronger. Okay, why stronger? Okay, I'm gonna highlight 2 atoms. Okay, hydrogen number 1, and let's call this one hydrogen number 2. Okay, those 2 hydrogens are 3 bonds far from each other. That means I'm gonna have repulsion between them, and that repulsion, because it's made of 3 bonds, or is like the distance we have between those atoms is the 3 bonds. We're going to call it torsional. Okay, torsional. Now, how about hydrogen number 1 in the methyl group? Okay, in the methyl group. Why the methyl group? For now, it looks you have the same distance between hydrogen number 1 and the distance between hydrogen number 1 and hydrogen number 2 is the same as this. Is the same as that distance. It looks they have the same distance. In reality, it's not. Okay, and this is the reason for it. You have a carbon. Okay, and what are the hydrogen? Hydrogen are attached to methyl. Show those hydrogen. Okay, so I'm going to put the hydrogens here. Okay, now what will happen? This hydrogen is going to be too close to that hydrogen. Okay, so how far they are from each other? 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds. It looks there are 4 bonds far from each other, but the 4th bond is bringing this hydrogen atom, in fact, closer to hydrogen number 1. Okay, then because it's getting too close to it, we get new repulsion, and that repulsion, again, we call it steric. Okay, steric repulsion. It doesn't mean it's not repulsion. It is a repulsion. Okay, what's the difference between the torsional and the steric? Steric, you're too close. Okay, too close to another atom. Okay, and you need to have at least 4 bonds, at least 4 bonds. Okay, and I'm gonna call this one steric. Okay, steric strain. Okay, so when do I get the torsional? Torsional, I get it, and in order to get it, I need to have 3 bonds, 2 atoms that they are 3 bonds far from each other. When do I get the steric? I need to have 4 bonds. That's first bond, second bond, third bond, and that one is the 4th bond. Okay, well, the torsional, we had 1, 2, 3 bonds. Okay, when do I get the angle strain? Angle strain, theta. Okay, this time bond angle. Bond angle. If the bond angle theta is less than 109.5 for a carbon with sp3 hybridization, you're gonna have angle strain. Okay, now, okay, if I said, okay, if you play with the theta, and again, what's the theta in this case? Dihedral. Okay, so we're talking about dihedral. Okay, dihedral. Don't mix it with the strain and strain bond angle. Okay, the bond angle strain. Okay, now I have 3 structure, 3 Newman projection in front of me. And what's the main difference between them? The main difference, if you highlight the biggest substituent, you will see in the first one, those 2 are 180 degrees from each other, far from each other. Okay, just simply do this. Okay, from one side, move to another side and ask yourself, what's the angle between these 2? Okay, angle between them is going to be 180. Okay, what's the angle between those 2? I'm going to say that theta. Again, theta is dihedral angle. Theta, I got it to 180. Okay, how about second one? Okay, they are 60 degrees far from each other. And next one, you have one here, and the second is there. Again, theta is 60. Okay. As we decrease the theta or the dihedral angle, the system gets less stable. So the most stable one is going to be the first Newman projection. And we call this one anti. Okay, anti. They are 180 across from each other. And the second one, we call it gouge. And again, third one, we call it gouge as well. Okay, now those 3 structures are staggered. Okay. And what's the meaning of staggered? Staggered, okay. Anytime your dihedral angle is something bigger than 0, okay, bigger than 0, 60, 180, okay, or anything bigger than 0, the system gets more stable. And the general term that we use for them, we could say staggered structures. Now, staggered structure, it can be anti or gouge one. Anti, the dihedral angle is 180 degrees, and the stagger, then the gouge, and the gouges are 60. Look at those 2 gouges. They are identical. Why? Because they have the same bond angle. That only dihedral angle. Only difference between them and the second, the methyl is on the right. The third one, methyl on the left. Okay, so they must have same energy. Okay, so I'm gonna say energy of the second one is going to be equal to energy of the third one. Okay, and the last one, we call it eclipse. Why eclipse? Because theta, the dihedral angle, this is going to be the dihedral angle. Okay, Okay, dihedral angle in this case is going to be equal to 0. And this is going to be the most unstable structure. Okay. Okay, let's zoom here. Why is unstable? Okay, and because if you put all the substituent in like an eclipse position, very soon you're gonna have a torsional or steric effect. For example, for these two hydrogens, those two hydrogen, I'm gonna have torsional strain, and that torsional strain is gonna cost me 4 kilojoule. Okay, 4 kilojoule. As technically is going to make the system unstable by 4 kilojoule. Now, what will happen if I replace one of the hydrogen by methyl? In that case, I'm going to get torsional and steric strain. Okay, torsional and steric strain. And this one is going to cost me 6 kilojoule. Okay, the system is going to be unstable by 6 kilojoule. And how about here? Last one. Okay, last one, you have both the torsional and steric. Okay, and that's gonna make the system unstable by 11 kilojoule. Okay, 11 kilojoule. So the more technically repulsion you have, the less stable the system will be. Okay, the first one, the only strength that you're gonna have, it will be torsional. So I'm gonna write it here. And that's the reason it's just 4 kilojoule. So as you introduce steric effect, the system will get less and less stable. Now, why two methyls, they have more, like more steric effect, more instability than one methyl, because the hydrogen atoms, they get closer and closer to each other, okay? And this is the reason behind it. Or you can say methyl groups is way bigger. Methyl group is way bigger than hydrogen, because methyl is bulkier than hydrogen. Repulsion will be more severe. Okay, so if I want to summarize whatever I said, in eclipse position, if you have two hydrogen and dihedral angle between them, it will be 0. And this is going to cost us 4 kilojoule energy. And if you replace one of the hydrogen by methyl group, now methyl, because it's bulkier, and you're going to have torsional and steric effect. Theta, okay, still is 0, and that's going to cost the system 6 kilojoule. Okay, if you have two methyls group, in that case, the system will be unstable by 11 kilojoule. And what will happen if I have two methyls in a gauge position? So theta this time is 60. Okay, it's 60. It's not eclipse, but still, you're going to have some repulsion. If I go back for a second, these two are going to be too close to each other. And because they are too close to each other, they're going to feel each other. They're going to repel each other. And this is going to make the system unstable. How much? It's going to cost us 3.8 kilojoule. So it's going to make the system unstable by 3.8 kilojoule. And I'm going to stop here. And thank you very much.